By now, you've all heard of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0, the latest book published by Mama Jumbo Shrimp. It's more than just another wine book. The fully updated second edition was inspired by students of the Venezia International Academy and painstakingly reviewed and revised by an expert panel of certified Italian wine ambassadors from across the globe. The book also includes an edition by Professore Attilio Scienza, Italy's leading vine geneticist. The benchmark producers feature is a particularly important aspect of this revised edition. The selection makes it easier for our readers to get their hands on a bottle of wine that truly represents a particular grape or region. To pick up a copy, just head to Amazon.com or visit us at MamaJumboShrimp.com. Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Hello, everybody. My name's Stevie Kim, and welcome to the Italian Wine Podcast. This is the On the Road Edition, and we are here in Dusseldorf. And this is a special area dedicated to Italian wine. Everything about Italian wine. It's tons of tastings. We have 8 Italian wine tastings dedicated to trade professionals. And we have a podcast booth, as you can see, and we are interviewing the producers of the wines which we are tasting today and tomorrow. So follow us for more, and don't forget to click to follow us and rate us if you can. That would be really a great favor that we ask you. So today's guest, as a special guest, we'll have to be kind to him because it's his debut as the president of what I call ICE. What does ICE stand for?
No, it's the Italian Trade Agency, which
Right.
in Italy is Istituto del Commercio Estero.
That's right. It's also ICE, for the foreigners. So he is the newly elected president for ICE, or Italian Trade Agency. Now, and his name is Matteo Zoppas. Zoppas. That's not very Italian name, is it? Is it?
No, seems that it's coming from Greece.
Originally, it's coming from Greece.
We didn't get a confirmation, but it seems so.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Pordenone, which is in Friuli, northeast of Italy. And then I moved lately in Veneto, so I'm living in Conegliano.
Conegliano, Valdobbiadene.
It's close to Valdobbiadene. It's the Prosecco area.
Yeah, everybody knows Conegliano for, of course, Prosecco. So you are an Italian wine, in a way, a resident of Italian wine.
Region.
Forever.
Kind of.
Maybe it's your destiny,
Kind of. I mean, I grew it up in the wine land. So between Friuli and Veneto, I was surrounded by vineyards for sure.
So, of course, ICE is not just wine, although I only care about wine, but it's the entire various sectors, right? So tell us what sectors it covers in the grand scheme of things.
Well, actually, it's even more than that. It's a concept. We're talking about made in Italy. So everything which is produced in Italy and has to be traded outside Italy, that's the object of what the ICE agency is taking care about. So we are promoting the Italian manufactured product all around the world. Nevertheless, the categories, so everything. And of course, it's also, in some way, it's difficult but also easy because when you talk about made in Italy in the world, it opens you a lot of doors. So what we usually are doing is to promote the Italian production and products, the made in Italy, with helping on shows, doing some incomings, trying to to get closer the demand and the offer of the products. So that means the real point where we act is as an objective, as a target, is the business matching between who wants to buy Italian products, and we help them to find the local product and vice versa.
So, Mr. Zoppas, how does one become, not just you, but how does one become the president of ICE? How does that work?
Well, aside the, let's say, bureaucratic way to get there, I think that someone has to be very sensitive to the made in Italy, has a know-how on the entrepreneurship business, and has some skills about how to say the institutions. So of course we are institution. We have to get connected with institutions. Sometimes also for politics. So it's a long journey, but at the end now I have this charge, and I hope that I will be able to do it at the best. My background of being around the world selling something maybe made me helped me to have an understanding how the things are going when you want to sell something outside, especially when something is not already known and doesn't have a channel open. So this is something that is going to be my commitment to try to do and to help all the companies through the organization to do in the next years.
So when did you officially become the president of ICE?
16 February 2023.
So just now, basically,
Just now.
right? It's almost like a month anniversary,
Yes.
right? So
I'm now learning, meeting people,
Right.
knowing the team. It's an excellent team. They're working very, very good. Talented people. They're people that also, some of them are living abroad. We have 78 offices around the world.
78.
78 around the world in many countries where we are kind of a sentinels or satellites for people that would like to open new markets. So they can call ICE, and we give a lot of services. We take care about shows, train some collective exposition on the shows. We organize incomes for buyers, for people that can make the difference, especially for a small and medium company in Italy. So, I mean, there's a lot of things to do now. I'm getting to know the people, which is the main thing. People are usually the legs of a company, of an agency, and then also all the mechanism. But I think that it's a very challenging job, but it's also a big responsibility because we can make the difference with this agency.
Yeah. So tell us what you've been doing the past month or so. What is like your typical day? Do you?
Well,
I mean, of course, you're here to inaugurate the area, the institutional area of ICE as a representational area. I imagine you do a lot of ribbon cutting. Is that a cliche? Or?
That could be. I mean, that's the part of the job that you see. But of course, I mean, you have to give the guidelines to manage, also with the board, to give the guidelines to the structure. And of course, this is not my moment today because I just got 20 days of presence. But right now, I'm going around and trying to meet people to understand the mechanism and trying to see to create, let's say, an idea of what we can do in the next years.
So I don't know if you're ready for this question, but your team have given me some figures, some facts and figures.
That's tricky.
Okay, so they said in 2022 ended with positive results. Let me translate that for you. 8 billion euro for exports. What are the predictions for 2023?
That's a very difficult answer. For sure, you cannot say a number right now, or there could be a prediction, but it is made of many variables. For sure, we had a very, very tough period in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
First, because of the COVID. The COVID gave, especially to the export, tough times. There was markets opening and closing for all the lockdowns that we had. So every month you could have had a different scenario worldwide. And then, especially you remember the Horeca business, because we're talking about wine as well, was really hard because we had total 100% lockdown on restaurants for a while. Then we had after the COVID started to reopen. You remember there was a moment where the exiting of the lockdown, more or less when the vaccination started, give some trust on people. So the economy started to rise again, and in that moment, also the lockdown were opening again. So everybody started to reorder, and this was one of the reasons why the transportation collapsed. People wasn't even able to find containers around to go to United States or to China. And just after that, the cost of the transportation decuplicates. I mean, there was some freight that was costing 10 times more. So you can understand for these guys was very, very tough. And now we see the market of the transportation, which is going down again, not like the beginning. We saw,
But definitely stabilized, right?
it is not came down.
Yeah.
It came down. It didn't went back down to the beginning point, but it is going toward that direction. So it gives some trust on the market. After the COVID, you remember we had also a conflict that started, and this especially for our companies, for our entrepreneurs, were very tough because the cost of the energy rised also 10 times. So 10 times was the energy, 5 times was the transportation. But anyway, unaffordable values.
Are you enjoying this podcast? There is so much more high-quality wine content available from Mama Jumbo Shrimp. Check out our new wine study maps, our books on Italian wine, including Italian Wine Unplugged, The Jumbo Shrimp Guide to Italian Wine, Sangiovese Lambrusco and Other Stories, and much, much more on our website, mamajumboshrimp.com. Now back to the show.
So even for that, we had our government that helped us with some credits, and fiscal credits. And in this case also, the energy is starting to go back to the normality. It didn't reach the normality. We do not go back to the beginning, but it's gonna get a lot of trust. So the situation can be more positive than the second half of 2022. And I see entrepreneurs and people that are already, how do you say, restarting with the mood to have a good results. The export for this reason is less penalized than the second half of 2022. So there is some potential to grow.
So, you're in English, we say you're cautiously optimistic, right, for the forecast of 2020.
Honestly, people that got a pandemic and a conflict, I don't know what else can happen. But there are many variables that you cannot predict. But I'm consciously positive and optimistic.
Okay, so these are some of the challenges, of course, the Italian made in Italy had faced during the lockdown, and even till I would say very recently. And things are now starting to look, just look around you, right? This is very strange to me right now because no one's wearing a mask.
We are not wearing a mask.
Yeah, we're not wearing,
city, so.
And on the plane, nobody's wearing a mask. At restaurants, no one's wearing a mask, right? So after that, we have become much more resilient, right, as people. But what do you think you would like to accomplish as the president? I know you've just been here for 20 days, right? But what are if you can do anything during how long is your mandate, first of all?
It's 2 + 2 years.
So possibly 4 years, let's say. So which is like midterm.
In the first 2 years.
Yeah, first 2 years. What would you like to accomplish?
I don't have the, how do you say, bacchetta magica, the magic.
The magic wand.
Okay, thank you.
You don't?
I don't. I'm just, let's say, coordinating and possibly leading a group of many people, almost 1,000 people that are working on promoting, and communicating, and do everything what can be done to match businesses, business parts, and I hope that we will continue to do this. And my aim is to create a strong momentum to have our made in Italy increase more than it happened in the last 2 years. I cannot give you a figure, of course.
Yeah.
But what is we already have people running very well. So I want to be able to have this structure run as well as it does until today. And maybe I can help by my entrepreneur background to give some added value that can be capitalized on more results.
So can you share with us a little bit, your personal background as an entrepreneur, what you were doing prior to doing this job, as if you will?
Yes, I would like to say that without naming Margaret.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe products, but my previous job till 20 days ago was to sell and to develop a very important made in Italy brand around the world. The brand was already present in 100 states, but at the beginning was a beginning status. So I was knocking doors around the world to potential distributors.
So literally, you were going to seek out distributors.
And then I was mapping distributors, knocking doors, getting a lot of refuses, and being gentle with all the potential clients and all this stuff. So then also contributing on the rest of the company activities, but I was mainly focused on the internationalization of the brand. So let's say it's a very, very close by activity of what each is doing on the main business. So I feel very comprehensive of what is been doing right now, what they've been doing right now, and this is why I would like to be able to give some added value to the structure.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So you've been in their shoes, right? You have exactly done what the entrepreneurs, the businessmen are trying to do. How to better promote made in Italy abroad.
And now, let's say, I'm working with the other guys, colleagues, with an instruments that can help them. So I would like to be able to maximize the effectiveness of this instrument.
Can you give us some examples of these instruments?
Some examples, it's very easy. On the main shows, especially when a project is presented to each with some commission that approves it, this and that, and we can prove that it's giving not only a promotion but results on creating business opportunities around the world, we can approve it, put in some money and incentivating this. I would say that collective shows, obviously present at the show, the main shows. In this case, we're talking about wine shows or fashion shows or anything which can be.
So like trade fairs.
Yes, trade fairs, and we give collectives where we also help the present companies to find potential clients. So we have, in some cases, we also organize incomings, especially in Italy, incomings of international buyers. So the people that can make the difference to our companies. There can be a buyer that choose a product or a company which is present that we match and can also double or triple the size, especially if it is a small or medium company. So we do incomings. We take also 100, 150 buyers. We bring also people from the media to talk about Made in Italy, to talk about our excellences and our know-hows. We do promotions or communication about the Made in Italy around the world and in all locations that can help us. This is just some of the activities that we do.
Yeah, I love, of course, I've been personally working with Ichi for many years now.
So maybe you know.
Yeah, so I always say that this side of the incoming, stimulating incoming, as much as possible is the key to the success of Made in Italy abroad? Because with regards to wine, I always said that the French are not better in making wines. They don't have better wines. They don't have higher quality wines. But what they're very good is able to bring the buyers, their potential ambassadors, back to their community, back to their country, and then they can turn them into their ambassadors, right? So
in these 78, almost 80 offices that we have around the world, we have people there that is scouting for potential businesses. So this is something, and there are a bunch of people that is in love with Made in Italy, and a bunch of people that doesn't know how to reach Italy and select products. So on the other side, we have a network outside, we have a network inside of Italy to reach these people with the category of association of categories or other institutions that help us to match these two sites. So as much coming back to your question, with my knowledge, if I can put it at the service of my country, to be able to maximize this process, this would be my goal. I cannot give you a target right now because I'm too early. I'm too young.
20 days, come on.
20
you can't
days,
give me a target?
But I know it's very difficult. But it's a challenge. Again, it's based on very, very talented people that know how to do their business. And I really hope that this is we can make another step forward. And I have to say that I excuse myself to the people that I didn't mention in this interview, but there is a very big potential. So I'm very happy to be in this place right now.
I really think Italians are incredibly generous. And if we can get the people to Italy, then the game over. Because Italians are incredibly hospitable.
They get in love with Italy.
Absolutely.
When you go around the world and you talk about Italy, first of all, I don't want to compare us with other countries, but I can say with the feeling, the feedback you have from the people is always positive. So all the things we do on the Made in Italy production is very well accepted. The prejudice is always positive, and people is always open to evaluate at least. So if you go there and say, I'm made in Italy, it's the biggest business card that you give to people. And especially when you go to food, everybody's talking about Italian food, and everybody is looking for Italian food. Fashion, food are maybe the main Italian branded categories, but then we are very, very good also in B2B business, not only business to customer business, because we are very good now in technologies and all the stuff. So it's this is why I was saying at the beginning it's also easy to do this job, because the work is almost prepared. We just have to do the last mile to match the businesses.
Okay. Well, I think this is a very good way to wrap it up. We have been speaking to Mr. Matteo Zoppas, the new president of ICE. And what can we say? We will see you very soon, and we will see after maybe a few more days at work what he has accomplished on behalf of Italy, Made in Italy. So thank you for supporting us. And that is it. That is a wrap, and chin chin with Italian wine people. Until next time. Ciao ragazzi.
Thank you, Steve.
Good luck.
Thank you for joining us on another installment of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Join her again next week for more interesting content in the Italian wine scene. You can also find us at ItalianWinePodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, to watch these interviews and the footage captured of each location. Chin chin!